Hi everyone, welcome to our podcast, The CrossRoads. And today we're going to read a book by Dan Lok called Unlock It. And this book has been great. I actually found him through the internet, mainly YouTube, where he talks about a high income skill. And I'm sure if you follow Dan Lok or if you ever heard of him, I'm sure you know what that high income skill is about. So today we're going to read his book Unlock It, which he recently released and shipped out. I've been waiting 6 months for his book. Through his email, he actually said he'd rewritten it about 3 or 4 times now, and I'm excited to read this with you for the very first time. So come join me on this journey. Both me and my brother, Aaron, we'll be discussing this book for you on our podcast, The CrossRoads. Dan Lok, Unlock It, the master key to wealth, success, and significance. No matter what you want in life, success, wealth, or significance, unlock it. It will give you the strategies to achieve it faster and easier than you ever imagined. You now hold the master key to create and enjoy the wealth you deserve. Among many other concepts, Unlock It will allow you to discover the new rules of wealth creation and personal fortune, how to reinvent yourself in a flash and live your traditional methods to lifelong financial success, how to love every day of your life, the foundation of innovating leadership and inspiring others, how to remove obstacle between you and the income of your dreams. So, I really want to take out the key points that really spoke to us, right? Mm-hmm. It really emulated to us how we're living life. And personally, we're both working full-time jobs at the moment, and we're starting to start a side business trying to harness our creativity as well as our entrepreneurship spirit, which I know that all of you are facing right now as in a crossroad of your life. I'm sure you have many paths that you like to choose and many paths that you're currently on that you're not sure what.
Maybe you have hobbies and interests that you're not pursuing because your job takes up so much of your time and energy. And then when you get home, you just want to relax from all the stress you've been having all day.
Exactly.
And what do you do to relax? You end up watching TV, doing mindless activity, just laying down for half an hour.
I, for one, personally enjoy a good Netflix every single day after work for about 4 hours. There's no more time left in your day if you spend 4 hours a day on Netflix.
Yeah, so it's a cycle. So we also have been listening to this audiobook by Mel Robbins called The 5 Second Rule. So highly recommend it. On your drive to work, you can listen to The 5 Second Rule. And really, her main idea is she says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go do it. And think about the thought. If it's a good thought, good action that helps you, then you should be doing it. If it doesn't help you, you should not be doing it.
Yeah. Great topic, Aaron. Glad you brought that up. So the 5 Second Rule is actually another book that I highly recommend you watch it or read it. It's free audiobook on YouTube. You can search it up, 5 Second Rule. And we're going to talk about it in our next podcast. So stay tuned. But going back to the book that we're going to read, Dan Lok. So the main point that really spoke out to me, it says provide value first to get a sale. And how does that speak to you, Aaron?
So by providing value first, I think in nowadays people want to just see value. Just show your work. Just do the work. Show that you can have a portfolio. Here, just check out my portfolio, Mr. John, and then everything looks good. And then we can talk about pricing there. If you have no portfolio, it's very hard for the customer to know how much you charge.
Exactly, to really know what you even want. So you really have to know about that. There's many tips and tricks. And actually, an interesting thing is me and my brother here, we started our business, a filming business, to film 1 minute short. It's called B-roll in the industry, where we film 1 minute videos to highlight any business and services. And the first company that we got is actually Castle Fun Park. And how did we get that first client?
So how did we get our first client? So this is how it started. So one day, Bryan just told me, we got a 50% Groupon for Castle Fun Park. So $50 worth of credits, and you only have to pay $25. So it's like, yeah, let's go. And then what was cool, we also bought this Osmo gimbal that we can just put my iPhone on it, and we just decided to go use it. So we're like, hey, why not let's just bring it and just play around with it and see what we come up with. So we just went there, shoot everything we saw.
We filmed it on an iPhone, actually, right?
And we end up with making like a 20-minute video. So super long, just random.
It took forever.
Random images, just to make it funny.
It took forever. The filming definitely took forever. But through that video, we actually got a message from Castle Farm Park. You can search it up right now. Castle Farm Park 2019 on YouTube. We'll be the first one up there. You'll see his face and you see mine in the back. And you can look in the comment section below. Castle Farm Park personally messaged us saying, hey, we love what your work. Can you come do a video for us? And that's how we got our first client. So this quote from Dan Lok really emulates to us, to me especially, when you say provide value first to get the sale. That's how we got our first sale.
Yeah. And then actually right after when we were filming at that day at Castle Farm Park, we met our next sale because we were filming one of the kids' dad, who was the hockey coach of a hockey team. Dad was looking for someone to film his team, and just because we were out there doing something in the field, and it's like, hey, these guys have gear, these guys have camera, let's go ask them if they can shoot for us, and then boom, we got our next job.
Exactly, and that's how you got a next job. Yeah, so what I can say for any entrepreneur out there, you want to get your first business, you want to get your first client, stop thinking and start doing. Because analysis of paralysis is real, and we have been facing that exact same dilemma for a long time now. And analysis of paralysis, it happens in your daily life. You want to do something where you feel like, okay, I want to do this right now, but you're like, okay, let me think about what else I can do before I do this test. Okay, let me make a list first. Okay, before I make this list, let me get a cup of water. Before I make this cup of water, okay, I need some chips, so like it goes down with this cup of water. And then, oh, before I need this chips, oh, maybe I need to go buy groceries. Oh, before I get groceries, let me clean the house. Before I clean the house, oh, let me go buy more wet wipes, more toilet papers. And the cycle continues, and at the end of the day, you end up doing nothing.
Because you're avoiding the main tasks, the difficult tasks. You're trying to do all these like easier tasks that make you feel accomplished, because every time you do a task that makes you feel accomplished, your brain releases endorphins and make you feel happy.
You feel good. Accomplishing this little task that doesn't really accomplish
your main goal. You're not tackling your main priority, but you're just accomplishing little tasks to feel good.
Exactly. And there's a management framework that we use in our business today to really help you plan that 5-year goal. And if you want to know more about it, check us on the next podcast. And it stands for OKR. We'll talk about our experience and opinion about it on the next podcast.
And what does OK stand for?
OKR, Objective Key Results. So back to Dan Lok book. Another quote that really spoke to us was, would you still do what you do if you won the lottery? So that speaks to me in my 9-to-5 job at the moment. Would I still be doing my 9-to-5 job if I won the lottery? Would you still be doing your 9-to-5 job?
No, definitely not.
I personally would not as well. I currently work as a junior accountant. I've been in the accounting industry for about 5 years now. Have my degree, have my diploma in accounting, and still to this day, I don't feel fulfilled.
Yeah, for me, I'm a music teacher. One of the reason why I got into it was I feel like now I'm thinking back was just for parents to say that, hey, I can get a degree from UBC. So I got a degree from UBC and I'm done. But now I'm working in the job. It's not what I want to do. The pay is not that great. Like they make you work they want you to work until you're 50. And they want you to look forward to the pension, and that's not the job I want to be at. I want to be more flexible and be able to move around. I want to be able to like work wherever I can. But unfortunately, working in the public system, you're limited to one building, one space, and a lot of jobs out there I know you're limited to that building, that space. You can't have the choice to work from home or even if you work from home, you still have to end up going to that space. What if you wanted to like go visit your relatives, your wife relatives in a different country? You can't do that because your job says you can't.
You're locked. And in this book, what Aaron just mentioned over there represents the caged lion. You are a lion. You're born in this world. You're free to roam. But you put yourself in this cage, made by man, made by your own self, made by your own mind. There's no physical cage because you're so trapped in the bars that you have created for your own self.
So what do? A lion, the circus master comes in, give you a piece of meat, one steak, and then and it's a caged lion, you take the steak, and then you calm down for a bit, and then after several hours, the lion starts to roar again. It's like, hey, that's not enough food. So what happens? The cage master gives you another piece of steak, and then you start getting used to that cycle and be like, oh, he's pleasing my demands just enough for me to like be surviving off one steak for that amount of time, and then dish out another steak. They are in control. The caged lion is not in control.
That reminds me of like when I was a kid in high school, I wanted to own all these fancy cars. I was like, you know what? I deserve an R8, $120,000. Why do I deserve that? Once I start working, save up for like 4 years, boom, I get an R8, done. But when you come into reality, you're like, whoa, hold on, young one. You actually start off making like 35,000, and you go like, what? I spent 2 years in school and I make 35,000. And you go like, whoa, hold up. And then you start reducing your standards. You start reducing, oh, maybe I don't need this. Maybe I'm okay with, a Toyota Corolla, for example, which is actually the car I drive today. So there you go. That's me settling right there. 5 years of counting.
2 Toyota Corollas.
And he has a Toyota Corolla too! It's the dream.
The best taxi car.
Another quote that spoke to us is that value delivered to the marketplace. Money is nothing more than the byproduct of value creation. What does that mean? Money is nothing more than the product of value creation. Wow. That quote is so deep, Dan, that you just like...
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Exactly. It's so profound that even if I read it twice, you still have to read it a third time. Money is nothing more than the byproduct of value creation. Wow.
Yeah. So that really what it means, that people put their price on whatever it is. The creation itself, it can be any price depending on the money. What price people put for it. So people value things differently, and that's in some ways.
My take would be more like, okay, value creation. How do I increase the value? By increasing the skill, or I give you more products, or I give you one product that is the best and that's what you want, or I give you multiple. I'm like, I give you a car, I give you a blanket, I give you a gear, just to upsell that car to make it more valuable. In this book, it talks about the 6 different wealth types and what we think we are. Currently, I'm definitely the caged lion, because if you're working a 9-to-5 job, you are the caged lion. But 2019 was a huge year for us. We actually managed to make our first $1,000 through video creation, and we're really proud of that. It was partnership through MEI Hockey. You can check us out on YouTube. It's called
Fraser Valley Thunderbird.
Fraser Valley Thunderbird Hockey. Yeah, check us out on YouTube. It's called Art Nouveau Digital. We hope you give us a shout out.
Yeah, we're still in the middle of creating lots of content here. Trying quite hard to find a niche. Like, where do we focus on?
Mm-hmm.
What's the brand? What's the message?
Exactly.
Like, are we targeting specific companies, or are we going to be just doing every company that comes in our way, or are we going to be looking out for food, restaurants, what type of businesses, fashion, lifestyle, product photography? and now we're still creating a portfolio. So is it necessary? Do we need a website, or can we just use Instagram?
And is this analysis of paralysis?
Yeah, and is this analysis over paralysis?
You decide.
You decide.
Another archetype that we think we are is that we are the innocent prisoner. Is because we are here right now. I went through get my degree. I went and got my diploma. I went to go accounting. Who I have to blame? Do I go ahead and blame my parents? But okay, no, my parents are Asian and they want me to do a degree. They want a diploma. That's why I can blame them, and that's why I wasted my time and money to study that. Or I should be blaming myself. Or should I even blame myself at all? Why am I taking it so hard on myself? I went and got my diploma, I went and got my degree, and I should be happy. But at the same time, I don't feel fulfilled. I feel like I'm following all these rule books set by culture and society that say if you do these, you'll be happy. But I think in order to be happy in life, just do what you want.
I think focusing on things you're good at makes you happy.
What if something you're good at doesn't make you money?
Something you're good at, not good at, doesn't make you money. Give me an example.
For example, I am currently making stretching videos on Instagram. And to be honest, first video that it took me to edit, I edited it completely on my phone, as I found that was the only way I could get myself to edit and post consistently while having everything on my phone. I can film it, edit everything. The first video took me 4 hours. The second video took me a lot less, but it took me around 2 hours to film, edit, and for each video going on, it took me at least an hour. Currently, I have 50 videos up there, 50 hours, having no paid off, creating a kit account, putting the products, trying to create an affiliate link, and not getting rewarded for it. So, how do you push yourself forward if you feel like the marketplace is not accepting your work? Should you just stop it? Or is that my passion? Now, speaking out loud like this actually poses a question to myself. Like, am I doing it just for the money? Am I not doing it to provide funny stretching videos or to provide value to the community? As we mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, we talked about providing value to the public first. Like, am I being too eager in getting my reward when I'm not providing enough value?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Do you have any personal experience?
Yeah, so with Instagram, I think you need to make sure that your thumbnails are catchy, your captions are catchy, it needs to be clearly legible, your fonts that you use on the space, legible. Make sure your images, if you use photos, they have layers. So when you go there, there's that white box there. Make sure they have that because that shows that you have multiple contents under one page. And then also you want to make sure your keywords are very important. So look at other people in that field and how are they marketing.
That is true. So we're going to continue on with the book, saying that in order to achieve financial freedom, you need to develop a high income skill first. What does that mean? What does that mean to you?
So a high income skill is something that only you can do. It's not able to be redone on the computer or artificial intelligence. It's a high income skill. So for example, it'll be like photography. I mean, a computer can't really take a photo. Someone needs to operate the phone camera to take the picture, right? There's no automated intelligence. So you as a photographer has that high income skill. Another high income skill would be programming. So people need programs done. That skill alone, you can start a business. You can become your own programming company, and you can charge people per 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 contract. Another high income skill would be, as Dan Lok would say, copywriting. If you're really good with words and you're good with writing, then you can go in and offer copywriting advice. I still don't know how that works really fully yet, because I don't have a background in that. But
We're excited. That's a high income skills that many people have validated, especially Dan Lok. If you check out his YouTube channel, really excited to learn how copywriting works. Still don't fully understand it. That's not my expertise, but you definitely check out his YouTube channels, and he has many more videos in regards to that topic. Just search up what is copywriting, Dan Lok. Thank you so much again, Dan Lok, for sharing all of your tips and tricks. So high income skill first. So how that resonates to me as a high income skill, I would say that a high income skill is something that defines you. People would come to you far and wide, and they would be like, hey, Aaron, Bryan, we want your skill in video editing. We want your skill in producing, because only you have that talent, that high income skill. You have perfected your craft, and you add your unique blend to it to make it personalized, to make it you, that people come to you for. Such as like Michelin restaurants. That's how Michelin restaurants, people travel from different parts of the world from just to eat at that restaurant because Michelin has approved it, and there's only one location, one chef, and that's a high income skill that he's been perfecting forever, for his entire life. Until to this day, he's still a student, and he's still a humble student in learning the art of the craft.
Mm-hmm.
So, another topic that resonates, the archetype of the hustling treasure hunter. Oof. This hustling treasure hunter, it's me. As I said, as we spoke throughout the podcast, I'm doing a podcast called CrossRoads. I am trying to start an Instagram stretching persona called Wong Stretches. And then I'm doing a filming business with my brother called Art Nouveau.
Art Nouveau Digital Media.
Art Nouveau Digital Media. Exactly. And on top of that, we're starting an Amazon business. We're not going to give you any insider knowledge about that, but we are trying the Amazon route. We will tell you if we're profitable, if you want to share our experience. But as for now, since we're still students in the market, we're still learning all the nooks and crannies. We don't feel comfortable in talking about that topic yet.
Yeah, it's fine.
But moving on. So
if there's enough interest, we can answer questions.
We can answer questions on that journey. And so the hustling treasure hunter is me trying to see all these shiny little objects and talk about the next big score, but never really diving in, getting my treasure. And if I do end up finding treasure, it would just be a little enough to get me by to find the next treasure, but not enough treasure to be set for life, not to be set for life. And so that's why I recommend that if you find yourself being a treasure hunter, having a list of 8 to 9 things to do in a day. And if you don't have a list, you should start your day with creating a list. Go. Hi everyone, so that's it for the first episode of the CrossRoads. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we really appreciate all your time and effort, because listening to a podcast definitely takes time, and I hope that I provide you the value to intrigue you and to open your mind into what is going on in the environment around you. As entrepreneurs, have to share our stories, have to share our troubles and our life lessons so that we can pursue our dreams in a faster and more efficient manner. So my name is Bryan, and thank you for listening to our episode here at the CrossRoads.